everyone who came now, we have available seats at the front. So make sure you are in the front because you are spending the time here. So make sure it's valuable. There are seats that extreme left as well. Just think for that you are not in the total back. Okay. For the people who came just now, we have seats here. Yeah. Just make sure you come in the front. Okay.
Okay, I think most of you said now. Okay, so myself, Craig, I'm here to give you a little terminal. Like just small hints, not an introduction. Even if I want to give you an introduction, it will take a whole day. It's a pretty big subject. Well, let's not talk about this as a subject. Let's talk about this as magic. I use complete difference in terms of Hogwarts and Harry Potter. I think you might have seen at least 1 or 2 movies of Harry Potter. And you also understand why I am calling ML as magic. And I have provided my GitHub link over here. In this repo, you will find some other resources. Like if you want to learn more after this session, you can go to that link. Now, as I've already told you, that machine learning is magical. But why is it magical? What is it even used for? Machine learning is used to teach systems. Okay. So machine learning is used to teach machines how to watch. Our systems can see things like our camera, but can they understand what they are seeing? Like, for example, I'm standing right over here, and I'm standing in front of my webcam. It knows that a person is here, or some entity is here. That's it. It captures it, but it doesn't know the difference between. It doesn't know the difference between me and my friend Moise or Siddharth, anyone else. It doesn't even know the difference between a particular, what do you say, mic and phone. No idea. But with ML, we can teach the machine the difference. And I think most of you might have heard about ChatGPT. You are also using it for assignments, I guess. Yeah. So one more disclaimer: you don't have to switch on your systems. There's no need to work anything. It will be a complete theoretical session. You can just pay your complete attention over here. So I request all of you to switch off your monitors.
It's right at the bottom of the light. Okay.
Now, I told you it's magical, right? But why is it magical? We'll see. A minute. Give me a minute. I'm completely new to this stuff. Okay. My bad. The hyperlink is not working. Had to do it manually. So this is a website known as Teachable Machine by Google. You don't have to write your complicated code or use huge amount of data to train your ML models. You can just provide it with some samples and it will show you how ML works. For example, I'll start with gathering some of my data and I'll be picking a image project. My first class will be I want to differentiate between Phoenix. Have you heard of the Have you ever heard about the bird named Phoenix? Fire Phoenix. Basically, if it dies, it will be reborn from its ashes again. So I have some pictures of Phoenix with me. I'll just what do you say? Provide it to my model to learn. And the enemy of hawk is snake. So I'll just pick snake as my next category. I have some images of snakes too. Now I have my data. With this data, my machine learning model can learn. But how will it learn? I have to train it. Over here, it's a single button. But in real time, it's a complicated process. You'll get to it slowly. Now my model got trained. It's very fast. I have to choose option of file. Now I test it. I'm providing it with the image of Phoenix again. I want to see its class. See, it's saying that it's 99% Phoenix and 1% snake. What if I provide my next image, that is snake? It's saying it's 100% snake, no doubt. Well, we used image project over here. We can use audio project and post project, and we can also do other things like we have a simple tutorial how to identify if a banana is ripe or not, and to find if a person is clapping or not. And there are many other things that you can check out over here. Now we'll go into the actual topic. Yeah, so I told you that machine learning is natural because we can teach systems what to do. Well, if it's magic, it has to have spells, right? Some language, like in Hogwarts, like in Harry Potter, hello Homura. Anyone knows those spells? Okay, still only for the front row. Then Abracadabra, Abracadabra. You might have heard something like that, right? Well, what's our language for teaching our machines? It's magic. How do we teach it? In which language do we have to speak those spells? With math. how is math related to machine learning around, right? Before that, I have a question to ask. How many of you think the linear algebra, calculus, all the stuff you read in your BTech first year, the second year, is not at all useful to you in your daily life? We see Instagram memes, right? I have never used a square plus b square formula in my whole life. How many of you feel that way? Raise your hands. Okay, there. Few girls and few boys. Rest of all of you, I think you like math a lot. Do you? No. No. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now we'll see how we can turn math into machine learning. For that, I'll take a small example of sentiment analysis. Most of you buy things from online, right? E-commerce platforms, Flipkart, Amazon. For buying something, what do? Reviews. Okay. Now, before buying, you are checking the reviews. But I'm the seller. I want to know if my product is worth selling or not. Then how should I know if it's worth selling or not? Feedback. Feedback. Exactly. But let's say I'm a big tech chain and I don't have the flexibility to go to each and every one of the feedback. Well, I can't read, like I can't say that this guy doesn't like laptop color. Ratings. First one's good. Well, sometimes ratings we give it some arbitrary number. We want to know how many of those reviews are positive, how many of those reviews are negative. If I think that around 50% of my reviews or more than 50% are positive, I keep selling it. Let's stop. Well, I have to analyze these reviews and get a score. How do we do that? So, what do I do? Let's take two of these statements as an example. My first statement is I had a great day at the beach. The weather was awesome. My second statement is the food in the restaurant was terrible. I'll never go back. Now, out of those two, which one is the positive one? Great day was awesome. Well, why is it positive? How did you find it was positive? Because we're happy. But for example, you don't know English or something like that, you just know some keywords. Then how do you say? If it's a positive statement or a negative statement? Depending on activity. Exactly. So great and awesome are positive words. So I have two words which are positive in my statements. For every word, I'll get a positive one. Now my first sentence word is best two. And in my second statement, there's a negative word, terrible. Unless you are a poet, most of the times terrible is a bad word. So I'll give it a -1. In this way, I can understand whether a statement is positive or negative. But it's too simple, right? Sometimes the statements are too complex. Can we do it like this? No. Exactly. Well, if we just do something like this, it's just normal coding. What is machine learning in this? Well, before going to what is machine learning in this, let's understand what is machine learning. First of all. When a particular algorithm or system you have learns from whatever data we are giving and it gets better at doing something, then we call it machine learning. That's a formal definition, and I've told you the usual one. It's like you have a dog at your home. Suppose you want it to sit down, and then you say sit. If it sits down, you'll give it biscuit. Biscuits, dogs eat biscuits, right? Why so puzzle expression? So it's happy. It'll do that again, and when it instead of sitting down, if it passes other people, what do? You shout it. Negative feedback. We provide the label. In this case, we are providing label like, okay, when I'm giving biscuit, you did the right one. When I'm shouting at it, you did the wrong one. In this way, with continuously doing the same thing, it learns whether it should shout at people or it should not. Yeah, going back to our segment analysis, we use Bayes theorem. Have you heard about it? Yes. Ever thought it will be used in applications? Okay. Can anyone explain me what Bayes theorem is? You don't have to explain the formula, just what it means or something like that. If anyone explains, I'll give us a no answers? Well, under which mathematical concept does it come under? Good answer. Okay. I'll take an example for explaining Bayes theorem. How many of you watch Doraemon? If you don't raise hands even for this, I think you did not have a childhood, man. You seriously should watch Doraemon. How many of you know Nobita? Okay, that's good. Let's. I'll bring her in. Don't worry. I'll talk about it too. Well, let's say Nobita is going on a trip, and Doraemon wants to make sure that he's happy in the trip. If who is present in the trip, Nobita will be happy. Everyone knows the right answer. Okay. Let's say that she's in a very bad mood. If she joins the trip then, Nobita might not be happy. Right? So let's say that probability of Nobita being happy when Shizuka goes with it is 0.9. If Surya comes on a trip with Nobita, will he be happy? What about Jian? What about Dekisuri? Worst case, right? I'll assign Dekisuri the maximum negative probability, like 0.1. Jian, okay, sometimes he's a good guy. I'll give him 0.3. Surya is a bit better, 0.5. In the same way, we give probabilities to each person. We give probability of it being positive or negative to each word. But this probability is learned by the machine itself using Bayes theorem. In this way, this machine gets updated itself. The more comments you give and the more labels you give, the more it learns. Yeah, before we go to types of ML, anyone have any doubts up till here? You can ask your doubts, you don't have to be afraid of anything. I hope I don't look that scary also. Am I looking scary by any chance? You know, silence is half yes. No? Thank you. Then I'll go to types of machine learning. Usually people say that there are three types of machine learning. That is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. There are other things too like semi-supervised learning and genetic algorithms and stuff. We'll go and talk about them later in the picture. We just want to know the introduction, right? Just a small glimpse. We don't want the full picture. Just a trailer. So in this trailer, we'll talk about supervised learning. In supervised learning, as I told you in my previous example, dog or something like that, you provide a label. Our model predicts or assumes something and we correct it each time. And we learn from that. That is supervised learning. Unsupervised learning, we don't correct that much. It's a free word. It just looks at things and it assumes that these two are related. These two are friends. These two are enemies. Something like that. It just tries to find relationships between data. And reinforcement learning is a perfect case of our dog. learn from the reaction of the other person. If it does a good thing, we will give a reward. If it does a bad thing, we will give a penalty. Okay. Well, everything till now sounds very simple, right? For machine learning, but I told you it's completely related with math and stuff. Math is always scary and always boring, of course. So it can't be that simple. So every machine learning algorithm has three parts. One is representation, one is optimization, third is evaluation. Wait, let me see if there are any speakers with me. You guys are pretty bored right now. Some of you are already sleeping. I can see your silent and drowsy expressions. I'll try to give some to reinforce you too. Okay. So, because you folks are very bored, have a small fun game. It's not fun game, it's also math. Everything is math in this class, sadly. It's, let's say I have a magical picture as my pet. I'm a great wizard. But it's in level 5. I want it to grow, have magical stones. How many of you watch Pokemon? Okay, it is Pokemon. Many people. Not hyper, still. In Pokemon, for making Pikachu Raichu, what should you do?
Thunderstone. What?
Exactly. We use Thunderstone. Each type has its own stone, right? In the same way, in our picture, we have a stone. We use it on our level 5 Griffin and it turned to level 6 Griffin. Now, what is the impact that our stone is causing? Whoever will answer this, I'll give a sticker. Easiest answer ever. Basic math. But you have to raise your hand. Should we begin to speak on mic? Level 5 నుంచి level 6 అయిందిరా ఎంత ఇంపాక్ట్ చూపించింది అది
I just
this guy is wearing yellow sort of yellow shirt. We'll give him. We'll remember it. Okay, the next slide. Now, I think level 6 is not enough for me. I have to use it elsewhere. So, I'm using two stones.
Level 2. 1 plus 2.
1 plus 2. Pretty simple. Next. This one. Okay.
As the red stone is 1 and the green stone is 2, the blue stone will be obviously 3.
Now, this one looks very simple, right? Now, we'll change it a bit. Now, in our first slide, 5 plus redstone was 6. We did not know the value of redstone. In the same way, 5 plus x is 6. Right or wrong? Give me some reinforcement and labels for me to learn. Yes or no? Okay. In the second slide, 1 redstone plus 1 green stone. The second equation, x plus y is equal to 8. 5 plus x plus y is equal to 8. In the third slide, we use 3 stones in the same way. Our third equation has 5 plus x plus y plus z equal to 11. If the equations are this simple, we can do easily. We don't even need to have a pen and paper. What if the equations are like 5 plus 2x is equals to 11? Okay. Simple. I'll say that x is equals to 3, 11 minus 5 plus is equals to 6, x is equals to 3. What if 5 plus 2x plus 3y is equals to 23? We have to think a bit. Four. Okay. 5 plus 6, 11. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think we are going on the right track. So, okay, these are all in power of 1. What if I make it square? 5 plus 2 into x square plus x is equal to 17. You don't have to answer that, even I don't know the answer. And the next equation then is 5 into x cube plus 2x square plus x is equal to 17. Complicated equations, complicated math. I don't want to do it. All of our ancestors worked very hard to build calculators, computers, so that we can avoid these things. So let's assign, let's delegate this task to our systems or machines.
link. ఇక్కడ Oh, right.
We'll see how the equations look like. Equations చూడండి ఎలా ఉంటాయండి వీటి ఎలా మాట్లాడుతున్నా అనుకుంటున్నారా అలానే ఉంటాయి చూపిస్తాను. Okay, can everyone see this equation y is equals to mx plus b? What is this equation for? Perfect answer, straight line. So in this slide we have 5 plus 2x is equals to 11. And we have this equation. What if I plot it? It's a straight line, as you folks said. Next, in my second equation, it's also a sort of like a straight line, but my third equation has square in it. 5 plus 2 into x square plus x. So I'll just go a degree above. It's a curve now. If I change the values of this equation, the curve changes, right? Or did I lose all of you guys? Are you all sleeping? Sleeping or not? Yes. Okay. Someone said yes. Okay. I'll try to spice things up in the next slides. I can't do it right now. We have to go with this boring math. In the third one, we have cube. So when we use cube, it's a completely different equation, right? But why do we have to learn all these equations? Pretty boring. And why are you visualizing all of these things to us? Do something else, right? That's your opinion, I guess, about me. I'll show you why. Let's say that my input value is my x-axis. X-axis is already. X-axis, y-axis is plotting your order. Good. Then it's messy. Okay, so x-axis is my input, y-axis is my output. When I plot them, if they have something like the first picture, which equation should I use? Y equal to x plus b. What if my input and my output does not have a linear relation? They're not like that. That curves. What should I do then? Should I quit ML? I don't want to do it. It's getting complicated. I'll leave. Or should I try something else? Try something else. Nice. What should I try? You know the answer, huh? Not ChatGPT. Something else. You already know the answer. You already saw it. మళ్ళీ ఇంత షైగా ఉన్నారండి పిల్లలు. సరే ఇంకెవరైనా ఈక్వేషన్ ఏం చేద్దాం నెక్స్ట్? అదైతే రాయినా లేదు, వేరేలా ఉంది, అప్పుడు ఏం చేద్దాం? ఆల్రెడీ మీకు ఆన్సర్ తెలుసు, చూసారు. You can say even if it's wrong.
Right, no issue.
Curve.
Okay. You should draw it, you will get on the top.
Okay. Something very similar is nearly right.
Quadratic equation.
Yeah. Like I said, we have to draw the lines, but that line we have to create, right? Instead of using a linear line, use a quadratic line. If we go up a degree, we can create complicated lines, and with those complicated lines, we can find the relationship between input and output. The first few slides where we used all of our information and we made it into x and y variables is a representation. First component of machine learning algorithm. And we are changing different lines, right? Straight line to quadratic line and more polynomial lines. This is our optimization. We are trying to find the best fit. You should give us answer. And the last step is the evaluation. We will go to it after a small break. Not like a break from the session, just a break from these equations. Yeah, we spoke about these linear equations and all this stuff. But does it have a name, or just is it some math concept? It has a name, and this algorithm is known as linear regression. How many of you remember about supervised learning? Supervised learning. ఇందాకే చెప్తున్నా, మర్చిపోయినా చెప్పకండి. Learning from labels, right? So supervised learning. గుర్తులేదా? మళ్ళీ చెప్పనా? మళ్ళీ చెప్పు supervised learning అంటే ఏంటో. Okay, supervised learning లో two tasks ఉన్నాయి. First is prediction. We are dealing with magic, right? What is the use of magic if I can't see the future? I want to know what's happening in the future. So I predict. So one of the tasks in supervised learning is prediction. Linear regression is used for prediction. Yeah, but you use only numbers. But wherever we use applications, we see what do you say, like text or images and different stuff. I don't see numbers. You are teaching me wrong stuff. This is not useful outside. This is what you might feel, but it is used outside. There are many data sets to try on linear regression. I'll show you one to show how it's used outside in the tech industry and also in various other domains. Okay, can you see what's on the screen? కనపడుతుందా ఏముందో? Exactly. Well, the first column here, MPG. It's a fuel consumption. Let's say I want to buy a car. I'm taking a loan. Because I'm taking a loan, I want to make sure that I buy the best car. I don't want to buy some random car. What people will do when they want to buy a car? Mileage. Answer anything? Any other answer? Like ఏం చెక్ చేసాం కార్బన్ ముందు? స్పీడ్, సేఫ్టీ అట్లా కాదు. అది మనం చెక్ చేసే పారామీటర్స్ కదా. కార్బన్ అనుకున్నా ఫస్ట్ యూట్యూబ్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తాం. నా ప్రైసింగ్ లో ఏం కాస్ట్ అని సెర్చ్ చేస్తాం. ఫ్యూయల్ టైప్, ఓకే, డీజిల్ పెట్రోల్. కొన్ని పారామీటర్స్. ఇవన్నీ నాకు తెలిసినప్పుడు ఇవన్నీ నాకు తెలియదు. నేను ఇప్పుడు పెట్టవచ్చు అది వాళ్ళు చేసిన ఏం రాదు. పాపులర్ సరే ఇది పారామీటర్ యా టైప్ సిసి ఇవన్నీ పారామీటర్స్ కదా. ఏంటిది కాస్ట్ మెయిన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాస్ట్. సరే ఇవన్నీ మన పారామీటర్స్. సో ఫస్ట్ నేను యూట్యూబ్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తా, సెర్చ్ చేస్తా, ఈ డీటెయిల్స్ అన్ని నోట్ చేసుకుంటా. నోట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత నాకు వాటి -20 తెలుసు. మైనస్ మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ బికాస్ ఒకసారి పెట్టే ఖర్చు కాదు, ప్రతి వారం పెట్రోల్ డీజిల్ పోయాలి, కష్టమైంది. సో మైనస్ చెక్ చేసుకోవాలి. నాకు కొన్ని మోడల్స్కి తెలుసు, కొన్ని మోడల్స్కి తెలియదు. మరి డిఫరెంట్ వేరియేషన్స్ ఉంటాయి ఒక్కొక్క మోడల్ కార్లో. I mean, they're all CSC and they're all engineers. నా దగ్గర ఒక కార్కి సిలిండర్స్ ఉన్నాయి, 8 సిలిండర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అదే కార్ has 130 horsepower and something one car has 3,100 kgs and stuff. We made a table. This table doesn't look very similar to the equations we wrote in linear equation. My output value is the first column. I don't know how much impact each of these parameters has on my mileage. So I'll put them like A, B, C, D, E. My first parameter will be my X1, second will be my X2, third will be my X3, fourth X4 and so on. We get it in that way. Now we represented our problem in math. Representation అయిపోయిందా? పక్కన సరిగ్గా చెప్పండి, ప్రెజెంటేషన్ అయిపోయిందా లేదా అని. Perfect. Our linear equation knows how to handle numbers, but it can't understand text. Just like our world model, he can't understand the language models. We don't know magic. Our model doesn't understand text. What should we do for this text? Translate it. There's an answer there. But how do we translate it? I'll show you one of the many ways of translation. This process is known as one-hot encoding. How many of you read practical subjects? అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఉంటాయి కదా అందరికి. BWAEC, binary representation, 1 plus 0 పెడుతుంటాం. సేమ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఇక్కడ కూడా. For my whatever types of car models I have, instead of making them a single column, I divide and rule. I make different columns. If the car I'm checking is from the first model, I represent it with 1. And because it's not other model, I represent it with 0. Second car వచ్చేసరికి bike Skylark. So 1, rest all are 0. In this way, when we are dealing with category of objects, and we want to make sure that we have to use that category label also to train our model, we use this one-hot encoding. It's a bit complicated, so if you are not understanding, please raise your hand. నాకైతే టైం పట్టింది అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి. I spent 2 days. Why this 1, why this 0? So any one of you have any doubts? Do raise your hand. Every 8 we learn. Now what is the question? How about the other questions? So someone else other than get that get. ఎవరికి డౌట్ రాలేదు కదా? అందరికి అర్థమైందా? ఓకే, అన్ని జీరోస్ ఉంటే 1 లేకుండా ఏం చేద్దాం? మనం కేటగిరీస్ ఇస్తున్నాం కదా, నా మోడల్కి ఏదో ఒక పేరు ఉండాలి కదా. సో అన్నిటి 0 పెట్టుకుంటాం. నా ఒక్క మోడల్ ఏదో అది పని ఉంటుంది కదా. సరే కొన్నిసార్లు ఏమంటే మనకి డేటా when they are searching data we want to have information. But you should tell me guys say car model name. The other guy is not saying. I have other all details. I don't know what it does. At that time, there's other concept known as you have to fill it with missing values. ఒకటి మీన్ తీసుకోవచ్చు యావరేజ్ వాల్యూ కేటగిరీస్ కి కాదు నార్మల్లీ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ సిలిండర్స్ లేవు నా దగ్గర అలాంటప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం స్పెసిఫిక్ డీటెయిల్స్ అందరు చెప్తారు అలాంటప్పుడు మనం మీన్ తెలుసు కదా యావరేజ్ తెలుసు కదా యావరేజ్ తెలుసు కదా 1 + 2 + 3/3 అంతే కదా లేదా నేను యావరేజ్ ఫార్ములా తప్పవుతున్నాను కొన్నిసార్లు మీన్ తీసుకుంటాం కొన్నిసార్లు మీడియం తీసుకుంటాం కొన్నిసార్లు మోడ్ తీసుకుంటాం ఎందుకు ఆ డిఫరెంట్ తీసుకునే వాడికి మళ్ళీ స్టాటిస్టికల్ రిజల్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయి అవి మనం వద్దు జస్ట్ ట్రైలర్ చూద్దాం సినిమా వద్దప్పుడే టైం పట్టు ఓకే we first 2 steps. First one is what is the first step of ML components? సైడ్ లో మూడు ఉన్నాయి అవి మన తర్వాత మాట్లాడుకుందాం అని చెప్పి ఏంటంటే representation. First step representation, we made it into equations. Second step optimization, we try different equations. Third step evaluation. You know line one. A line characteristics को I have to know right how much it is wrong. Evaluate. Let's say I wrote an exam. Math exam राशना, లేదా English exam राशना. I got 96 marks out of 100. How many marks did I lose? What is my loss? 4. It means that for 4 marks, like let's assume that each question has 1 mark. Then how many questions are wrong? 4. By finding out the loss or how much we are wrong, we next time I'll do better. Same way. That line is a prediction, right? We are using line for predictions. And that gray things you can see, you can see those, right? Those are actual values. That gray line is how much I'm wrong. అర్థమైందా లేదా అందరూ బ్లాంక్ పడ్డారా చేసాడా Yeah, black line is a prediction. Those gray points are our actual values. Now, the gray line. Now, I will, let's say, my predicted value is the last system. Actual value is B. You can see, right? I hope I'm not that sure. You can see my hand at least. So, how much am I wrong? How much am I wrong? Say it again. I'm here, my actual value. My predicted value is the last system. How much am I wrong? Bro, record it. Next picture record it. So, ఇప్పుడు ఒక పాయింట్ కి రాంగ్ తెలుసు నెక్స్ట్ టైం మళ్ళీ అదే వాల్యూ ప్రిడిక్షన్ యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూ ఇక్కడ సారీ ఈసారి యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూ ఇక్కడ ఉంది ఈసారి ఎంత లాస్ కదా నా టోటల్ లాస్ ఏం చేయాలంటే ఇందాక ఎంత లాస్ అయింది ఇప్పుడు ఎంత లాస్ అయింది అన్ని లాస్ యాడ్ చేసుకున్నాను నాకు ఎంత లాస్ అయిందో మీకు తెలుస్తుంది సో ఇఫ్ మై ఫస్ట్ మోడల్ has loss of 52. Second model has loss of 23. 22 is second model. ఇలా మనం మన ML algorithms ని evaluate చేసుకోవచ్చు మనం చేస్తుందా లేదా and those who are interested to learn more about this linear equation you can go to that link already you can get a GitHub URL ఉంది కదా అందులో PDF ఉంది same presentation, we will provide a control which is approach. Okay. Now, అందరూ అనుకుంటున్నారు కాబట్టి మనం మళ్ళీ క్వశ్చన్ ఏం ఆడదాం. That guy is our inspector, sort of like an inspector. His name is Remus Lupin, if I'm not wrong. If there are any hyper fans, correct me if I'm wrong. Remus Lupin, right? Yeah. I remember the characters. So that guy is our inspector in this case. We want to know there are two good people, kind people. Not good. There are two kind people. There are two evil people. I want you folks to suggest who are good and who are evil. Suggestion. Either evil, either good. Answer needy. Neeku telusu ante cheyaledu. Needy tege kosta. Good or evil? Okay. Down right side. Good, good. First one is very good. First A and the addition. First year. Okay. Mana answers unless proven they are not wrong. అంతే కదా టీచర్ అప్డేషన్ లాగా మన రాసిన స్టోరీస్ కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్స్ ఆ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఉండండి
Right to a user, left to a man. Right to regular and correct word and left correct to a man.
Okay, we have two predictions. We have our model 1 and model 2 predicted. Now model 3, two boys are girls ఇక్కడ ఉన్నారా అప్పుడే అమ్మాయి ఉంది మన అబ్బాయి ఫస్ట్ అమ్మాయి పక్కన అబ్బాయి ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే అంతే see this guy, this says boys are good, girls are evil. This model is very biased. Based on this model, who has predictions?
This one with the dog, he's good. And the first one, second one, that one is good. And the main good.
Any more good and bad session? आप अपने का आंसर सर और मूल प्रश्न का उत्तर इसी ऐसा है सर आंसर सिला रहा हूँ ना ये कॉर्नर okay anyone else from this side answer right okay 2 and 4 bad okay sir 2 and 4 good it said no predictions sir just like ఏదో అనిపిస్తుంది తప్పనే ఏం కాదు మన నెంబర్ కూడా తప్పు ఎక్కుంటుంది మన తప్పితే ఏం కాదు
స్విచ్ కరేగా
ఫస్ట్
లైక్
అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ వస్తాను
First and last is evil. Second and third is
ఓకే అక్కడికి వస్తున్నా ఇక్కడ చేయలేదు కదా అక్కడ ఎక్కువ అక్కడికి వస్తున్నా జస్ట్ హౌ డిఫరెంట్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ గెటింగ్ డిఫరెంట్ ఆన్సర్స్ మన మిషన్ మోడల్ అది ఎక్కడ స్టార్ట్ అయింది ఎక్కడ ఎండ్ అని బట్టి దాని ఆన్సర్ కూడా డిఫరెంట్ వస్తాయి
first and second are evil. Third and fourth are accident. I can't do it.
ఓకే గుడ్
Bottom two are good.
guys prepared. The answers. Okay, except now, just like all of you, I made my predictions. I could not put all your predictions out there. My bad. So these two people are equal people. Above two people are 10 people. Is what I am thinking. Is what as a model I am classifying them. I am categorizing them into good and bad people. But is it the truth? Just because I say it? Might not be. No. Next. Correct yourself. I have to correct myself. Those two light green guys are the bad people, and those two guys are the kind people. I think the last two people who said the answers, gave the correct answers, I think they watched Hollywood movies. This is cheating. It's a clear knowledge and data. It's okay, it's okay. So, this is classification. We observe things. Some people might say that some people are good because they have pets with them. See, those two good people have pets with them. The other two don't. And those two evil people are very pretty compared to me. Are they not? They are supposed to. And I make them look bad. Thank you. So, just we observe different things. Even our ML model observes different things. But it differs from the reality, right? We have to correct ourselves. And by correcting ourselves, we categorize them. Categorize each thing into different classes. For this, we have an algorithm known as K algorithm. It's a very simple algorithm. How many of you have ever heard about this quote? You can judge a person's character by the friends he maintains. Ever heard of this quote? Like, అంటారు వాడు నీ దోస్తులు వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు చెప్పొచ్చు నేను ఎవరో చెప్పొచ్చు విన్నారా తెలుగులో చెప్పారు హిందీలో ఎవరు నాకు తెలియదు ఇంత హిందీ రాదు ఇంగ్లీష్ అని తెలుగు కవర్ చేసి సో తెలుసా మీకు ఈ పర్టికులర్ కోడ్ సేమ్ లాజిక్ ఫాలో అవుతున్నాం ఏరియస్ నేమ్స్ ఆడుతున్నాం కూడా లెట్స్ సే 81 Now, both of these people have an idea. I want to know this guy. He's sitting very close to me. నేను ఏమనుకుంటా ఇద్దరు ఐడియా కదా వీడికి వాళ్ళు ఇద్దరు దగ్గర ఉంటారు వాళ్ళు ఒకరు దగ్గర ఉంటారు ఇట్లా ఉంటుంది మన డేటాలో కూడా ఒక దగ్గర ఉండాల్సిన ఒక గ్రూప్లో డేటా మొత్తం ఒక దగ్గర ఉంటుంది సో జస్ట్ how it is now if I want to know which department this guy is I want to know which department he is that's it we go ID కాదు ఈజీ అనుకున్నాం నా this guy పక్కన ఉన్న నైబర్ ID that guy sorry easy ID this guy ID ఇప్పుడు మనం 4 నైబర్స్ తీసుకున్నాం ఇదైతే 4 నైబర్స్ తీసుకున్నాం వాళ్ళ ఐడి ఇతని ఐడి ముగ్గురు ఐడి ఒక ఈజీ ఇతను ఎవరు అవ్వచ్చు ఐడియా ఈజీయా ఐడి అదే మనం ఏం చేస్తాం అర్థం చేస్తున్నాం సో if I want to know which class a particular point is I take కేవలం వాల్యూ వీళ్ళ కేసులో మనం 4 మెంబర్స్ తీసుకున్నాం నార్మల్ కేసులో మనం k అనే వాల్యూ ఇవ్వచ్చు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆ పర్టికులర్ డయాగ్రామ్ లో 3 అనేది మనకి ఇవ్వాలి తప్పించి యా అక్కడ ఒక పాయింట్ ఉంది అది గ్రీన్ లో రెడ్ మనకు తెలియదు మనం 3 మెంబర్స్ తీసుకున్నాం దానికి 2 గ్రీన్ దగ్గర ఉంది ఒక దూరం ఉంది అది కూడా దగ్గర అనుకో ఒకటే ఉంది డజన్ లైక్ 2:1 రేషియో అందుకని చెప్పి నా ఆన్సర్ గ్రీన్ అనుకుంటా దట్స్ k నియరెస్ట్ నైబర్ ఆ విధంగా వర్క్స్ ఇంకా మీకు దాని నేర్చుకోవాలంటే ఆర్టికల్ ఉంది. You can go through the chapter. You can find even the code for them. Be excited. గేమ్స్ ఆడి బోర్ కొడుతుందా? ఇంకొకటి ఆడదామా? అంతా గేమ్ వద్దా? ఇంకా ఎంత ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ఉన్నారు. క్లాస్ వద్ద గేమ్ వద్దా? ఏం చేద్దాం మరి? ఫస్ట్ ఆడదా? ఫస్ట్ ఈ పక్కన ఆన్సర్ చెప్తున్నా.
Sid. Sid.
క్లాస్ వద్దు గేమ్ వద్దు. ఏం చేద్దాం?
फोटो ले गए इधर से ले कोई नहीं इधर से ले
చెప్పండి యారు సరే మనిషి అయ్యిందని అబ్బాయి సరే నా కోసం ఒక లాస్ట్ గేమ్ ఆడదాం. ఇది లాస్ట్ గేమ్ then coming to unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning ఏం చేస్తుంది? relationship between data. రిలేషన్ తెలుసుకున్న గ్రూప్ బేసిస్. కానీ దీంట్లో లేబుల్స్ ఉంటాయి. So in the same way, that guy, I forgot his name. I think Theodora. I'm not sure. That guy is expert with magical beasts and all. Pets are instructed. Hagrid. Hagrid हुआ. और अंदर Hagrid. अरे Hagrid इतना आउट कर इतना बक्का बक्का.
this is him
इतना bro. सर it's okay.
Newt's commander.
Newt's commander. Exactly. I forgot the name. That guy is Newt's commander. So he deals with master beast and all.
Uma.
He was brought on a consultation కోసం వచ్చిండు.
Uma
He wants us to categorize master beast. మన దగ్గర 4 ఉన్నాయి.
నా ఫోటో
మళ్ళీ సేస్ రెండు గ్రూప్స్ మార్చండి. రెండు మార్చేటప్పుడు మాట ఎందుకు వాళ్ళు ఇద్దరిని ఒక దగ్గర పెడుతున్నారు చెప్తాను. Anyone answer?
One line for both targets and 24 have legs and hands.
Okay, that's a pretty good observation. Cool. One for a land animals. Sorry. 1 and 3. Okay, area snake and monkey are only land animals. Okay, I will animals are okay. Look at the observation. ఇంకా ఆన్సర్ ఎంత గ్రూప్ చేస్తుంది? మీకు దగ్గర ఆన్సర్ ఆన్సర్ కదా ఎట్లా గ్రూప్ చేసి ఇంకా కరెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాయి కదా.
వచ్చిందా రాలే ఓ కనిపించట్లే
జంప్ అండ్ ఫైర్.
One and four are carnivores or omnivores. Two and four carnivores.
Okay, based on what they eat. చేయండి. ఈ పర్టికులర్ సెషన్ లో అబ్బాయి యాక్టివ్ ఉన్నాడు అనిపిస్తుంది. గర్ల్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో యాక్టివ్. కానీ రిజల్ట్ చూసుకుంటే అబ్బాయి బాగా మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. ఎలా?
ఏంటి
ఓకే, స్టూడెంట్ ప్రాసెస్ ఏమంటా? విల్ టేక్ ది ఆన్సర్.
వచ్చిందా రాలే అరే అరే కూర్చో కూర్చో
ఇంకెవరికైనా ఆన్సర్ ఉందా లేదా నెక్స్ట్ లైన్ వెళ్ళిపోదామా?
నా ఫేస్ వేల్ అంత లైట్ తీసుకో
నెక్స్ట్ లైన్. ఓకే,
లైట్ తీసుకో లైట్ తీసుకో నెక్స్ట్
నేను చెప్పిన ఆన్సర్ స్ట్రాంగ్ అన్నాను బట్
చాలా ఇంకా అందరి ముందు ఇంకా ఎంబరేస్మెంట్
మన ఎక్కడ ఏ ఆన్సర్ ఇస్తుందో దానికే తెలియాలి. ఇది మాత్రం నేను analysis చేస్తాను. Firstly, రెండో animals category లో they both are beings. They both have glittery skin. Second రెండు ఉన్నాయి కదా, ఒకటి రెండు ల్యాండ్ యానిమల్స్. ఫస్ట్ వన్ వచ్చేసి వాటర్ అని కాదు యాక్చువల్లీ, అది ప్లాటిపస్ లో ఉండొచ్చు, బట్ ఇట్స్ న్యాచురల్ ఫీచర్ కదా, దాని ప్రాపర్టీస్ డిఫరెంట్ ఉంటాయి. అండ్ అదర్ రీజన్ ఇస్ సెకండ్ కేటగిరీలో ఉన్న రెండు యానిమల్స్ ఒకటేమో ఎక్కడికైనా దూరుతుంది. ఇట్ కెన్ ఈవెన్ గో త్రూ క్లోజ్ విండోస్ అండ్ డోర్స్. ఇట్ లైక్స్ జ్యువెలరీ, ఇట్ స్టీల్స్. మన మంకీ వచ్చేసి ఇట్స్ ఇన్విజిబుల్. దే కెన్ బి యూస్డ్ ఫర్ రాబరీ అండ్ స్టఫ్ అన్నమాట, స్టెల్త్ యాక్టివిటీస్. అందుకు ఆ కేటగిరీ వేసాను నేనైతే. ఇన్ దిస్ సేమ్ వే క్లస్టరింగ్, ఆ పర్టికులర్ డేటాలో ప్యాటర్న్స్ కానీ మనకి అర్థం కాకపోవచ్చు, మనం విజువలైజేషన్, బట్ ఆ నెంబర్స్ ప్యాటర్న్ ఉండొచ్చు, వాటి మధ్య రిలేషన్ ఉండొచ్చు, వాటిని క్లస్టరింగ్ ఆలోచించి చూపిస్తుంది. ఓకే, యాక్చువల్లీ అక్కడ మన న్యూస్ కమాండర్ ఇంకా యానిమల్స్ అందరూ కలిసి ఒక ప్రొటెస్ట్ చేస్తుంటారు. ఇమేజ్ రావాలనుకుంటా. My bad. We go to the link. Give me a minute.
ఇదా
Copy చేసేయండి. So let's do some visualization. చూసి అర్థం చేసుకుందాం. ఇప్పటిదాకా మీకు క్లస్టరింగ్ అర్థం కాకపోయినా ఈ యొక్క విజువలైజేషన్ 5 minutes చూస్తే అర్థమైపోతుంది. సో ఒక 5 minutes మీకు నిద్ర వస్తున్న ఒక 5 minutes ఆపుకోండి, ఎవరైనా ఆపుకోండి, ఫోన్ కూడా పక్కన పెట్టండి 5 minutes. సో యా, మనం సెంట్రాయిడ్స్ లైక్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ సెట్టింగ్ ఏదన్నా యూ కెన్ పిక్ ఎనీ ఆప్షన్, ర్యాండమ్ చూస్తుంది. ఇది డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ అన్నమాట. లెట్స్ గో విత్ ఫస్ట్ సెకండ్ యూనిఫామ్ పార్ట్స్ version system. Okay, uniform system. Now we have a lot of data. We don't have any output values. Clustering output values labels ఉంటాయి. కానీ వీటి గ్రూప్స్ చేయాలి. ఎలా చేస్తామంటే ఫస్ట్ వీటన్ని ఒకే గ్రూప్ తీసుకుంటాం. Now we learn another centroid. ఇప్పుడు 2 గ్రూప్స్ అయినాయి కదా, ఇంకో centroid చేద్దాం. Okay. Now I request any one of you to give me a number below 6 if possible. 3, 4, 5 అంటున్నారు, ఇట్లయితే కష్టం.
వస్తావా
3 అలా చెప్పండి. Not bad, good number. 4 తక్కువ సరే 5 no partial. We go with 5. Add one more centroid. Add centroid. Yeah. We'll add one more centroid.
ఇంకా
चलो 5 हो गया. Go. That's it. Now how this works is, let's say I need someone else to help me with this argument. Will anyone volunteer? Not all volunteers, even participating. Volunteer.
you want
Okay. Now let's assume that half is one category, this half is other category. Okay, no? Okay. Then इधर ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాం. రాజమండ్రి ఆడి పడుతున్నాడు ఇంకొకరు కాదు ఇంకొకరు ఇంకొకరు కావాలి ఇక్కడ రాజంగా ఫస్ట్ ఆ భాష పీపుల్ ఉన్నారు కదా వాళ్ళు మన లాగా వచ్చేది నేషన్ ఇద్దరికి వాళ్ళకి మధ్య డిస్టెన్స్ అనుకున్నాం అర్థమవుతుందా ఇద్దరు ఇక్కడ నుంచి డిస్టెన్స్ ఉన్నాడు అక్కడ డిస్టెన్స్ ఉన్నాడు అక్కడ నుంచి డిస్టెన్స్ అని అనుకున్నాం కనుకొని యావరేజ్ తీసుకున్నాం యావరేజ్ తీసుకుంటే ఎక్కడ కావాలి చెప్పండి ఎక్కడికి వస్తాడు సరే నేను కష్టపడి ఇక్కడ ఉన్న యావరేజ్ తీసుకున్నాం కాబట్టి మధ్యలో రావాలి యావరేజ్ చెప్పిన మధ్యలో ఉంటుంది ఇక్కడ వచ్చాం మన అప్పుడు వచ్చినప్పుడు అక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు బాగా ఇచ్చినారు ఆ పాయింట్స్ కి ఈ పాయింట్ కి చాలా డిస్టెన్స్ ఉంది సమానమైనటువంటి వీళ్ళందరూ ఎక్కడ పెట్టలేదు కాదు కదా ఆ బ్రోని ఈ మధ్యలో డిస్టెన్స్ ఉన్నాయా యాడ్ చేసుకున్నాం యావరేజ్ చేసుకున్నాం బ్రో ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలి ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలి నవ్వకండి మాత్రమే వర్క్ అవుతుంది ఏం చేయలేదు విత్ ఈక్వేషన్ చెప్పారంటే తనలో పెట్టండి I really appreciate those two guys looking forward. Next, ఈ హాఫ్ అవర్ వచ్చింది వాళ్ళు వచ్చినారు అతనికి దగ్గర ఉన్నారు సో అతని బ్లూ ఆర్ మెరూన్ బ్లూ బ్లూ దాంట్లో వేసేసాం వేసేసిన తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు యావరేజ్ తీసి ఎక్కడికి వస్తుంది బ్రో మిడిల్కి వస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళు వచ్చారు వాళ్ళు ఇటు సైడ్ ఉన్నారు కదా ఈ బ్లూ దగ్గరికి వస్తారా ఆ బ్లూ దగ్గరికి వస్తారా మరి మధ్యలో వచ్చేది వచ్చేసింది రెండు క్యాటగిరీస్ ఆ బ్రో రేడియస్ తీసుకుంటే ఇక్కడ దాకా వస్తుంది కదా ఈ బ్రో రేడియస్ తీసుకుంటే ఇక్కడ దాకా వస్తుంది మరి ఇప్పుడు టూ గ్రూప్స్ తీసేసినాం కదా సేమ్ ఆ విధంగా వేస్తుంది ఫస్ట్ ఒక ర్యాంక్ తీసుకుంటారు వచ్చిన 20% రెండు పాయింట్స్ ఏ పాయింట్ దగ్గర తీసుకోండి ఆ గ్రూప్లో జాయిన్ అయిపోయి వాళ్ళకి యావరేజ్ తీసుకొని ఆ కొత్త పాయింట్ సెంటర్ అయిపోతుంది దట్స్ హౌ కేక్ algorithm works. If anyone did not understand my explanation, then you can ask me. I'll try to repeat it in English, Hindi. I'll try in Hindi. Kuch ఓకే ఇప్పటివరకు ఎలా బోర్ కొట్టిందా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉందా పోనీ నాకు అర్థం కాదు ఏంటంటే బోర్ కొట్టిందంటే నో చెప్తారు ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ఉందన్నా నో చెప్తున్నారు ఇక్కడ మరి ఏ ఆన్సర్ తీసుకోవాలి నేను ఆన్సర్ తీసుకోవాలా ఓకే ఓకే యావరేజ్ మీకు క్లాస్ బాగా అర్థమైంది యావరేజ్ అంటున్నారు నెక్స్ట్ अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग हो गया सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग भी हो गया बाकी क्या रिइंफोर्समेंट लर्निंग ना हिंदी నాకు हिंदी కొంచెం కష్టం ఓకే సో रिइंफोर्समेंट लर्निंग we don't have it you ask to have it that guy has it he's a school dropper he likes training animals so he got this new animal its name is hippogriff
ఏంటి
okay so అది గ్రిఫిన్ hippogriff కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉంది animal doesn't matter it's animal again that's all that matters we have an animal we want to tame it how will you tame it next day this Hagrid is also a teacher. He's trying to teach animals, and he's also trying to teach what do you say? students of these animals. So whenever this hippogriff is friendly with people, he is giving it good food, good shelter, a reward, basically. In the next slide, we will see what he does if it attacks people. It attacked or didn't die. Irrespective of the guy being bitten or not, it attacked the person. That's wrong. We should make sure that that animal never repeats it. In Jeddah, animal never attacks a good, repeats a good.
Abuse.
But how? ఒకసారి తిడితే కొడితే కొట్టడం లేదు ఒకసారి తిడితే తింటాడు యానిమల్ కాబట్టి తింటే అర్థం కాదు కాబట్టి ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ మేకింగ్ ఇట్ సిట్ ఇన్ హోమ్ he parked it outside. Bro, instead of enjoying that and that warmth and food, bro was sent outside to eat pumpkins. That's how reinforcement learning works. If our agent does good, we give reward, and if our agent does bad, we give a penalty reward. So we try to behave good. In that way, it differentiates between what is acceptable behavior and what is not. That's the end of supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. Any doubts still here? Any doubts? Okay, that's an interesting question. Let's say I'm a college student, for example. I like the idea of it, but I'm not. So let's assume that I'm a college topper and I wrote the exam. I got 100 out of 100. Why is it happening? Because I know the syllabus. I saw the past year questions. I most probably know what the answer will come from. But in reality, when we come to reality, we use machine learning algorithms for self-driving cars. For example, in the self-driving cars, can we record every possible incident that might happen? Yes, sir. Nijangaana? No, we can't actually. That is our reality. No matter how complicated equation we use or how much computation power we have, we can't completely understand the reality. Because in our problem statement, our solution is affected by, let's say, 5 parameters, 10 parameters, 100 parameters. But in reality, if you are driving a self-driving car, on the road there might be 200 people. Might not be people, there might be a pole, there might be a signpost, there might be any number of things. All of those things are affecting my solution. Whatever we are trying to do in ML is try to predict very close to reality. Unfortunately, we can never predict with complete 100% accuracy. ఒకవేళ ప్రిడిక్ట్ చేస్తే మీ ఆర్టికల్ ఏదో తప్పు ఉంది లేదా నీ డీటెయిల్ తప్పు పక్కా చెక్ చేసి ఇంపాసిబుల్. సో దట్స్ ఓకే. ఇంకా ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉందా? అడిగామనుకున్న ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ కావడం కష్టం ఉంటుంది. Any doubts about supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning?
2 minutes.
At least yes or no? Doubts? Yes or no? Oh, this one no one call it science. Super guys, no. Doubts there? No. Maybe. Sir, I said okay. Good listen. So this is genetic algorithms. It's not part of reinforcement learning. Because reinforcement learning Genetic algorithms, let's say that every human came from apes, right? Monkeys. But why are we so different from monkeys? Biology question again. Biology questions can not answer this one. Okay? We'll go with biology question. Why? Evolution. Yes, we have many features in us that apes don't. That is, we have thumb. I think monkeys have thumb, but our hand is well developed than theirs. And we can talk, we can think, we can communicate our thoughts. We have a common language. Why did all of this happen? Because of evolution, right? Genetic algorithms try same thing. For explaining that, I took potions. How many of you know about potions? Magical potions. Magical potions. Witchcraft, wizard, ఇలాంటి మూవీస్ బాగా చూస్తున్నాం. ముందు రోజు ఎందుకు తెలియదు. In the front, how many of you know magic potions? Of course, for 2 years, 3 years, some of them know. Magic potions are there in there. For example, if I take the strength potion, I'll have strength. If I take the healing potion, no matter how much I'm hurt, I'll get better. Like a potion of different use case ఉంటుంది. Process imagine. But let's say I'm a mad scientist. I want to build something extraordinary. I have only how many potions? Except I don't know how many potions I have. I have only 5 potions. Let's say these are my original potions, right? I'll say that they are my first generation potions. I mixed 2 of my first generation potions to create a second generation potion. But it's not that good enough. I want to make changes to it. So what did I do? I used my second generation potion, first generation potion. Calculation. Randomly mixes చేస్తున్నా. పెద్ద లాజిక్ కూడా లేదు ఇక్కడ అయితే. Third generation potion వచ్చింది. Okay, it's okay. But it's not that good. I want to try a different combination. Only first generation calculation. I got a second generation potion. What I did right now is third generation potion, second generation potion, that is fourth generation calculation. So we can directly take the first generation things, or but better versions are second generation is coach completely. Neither second generation, first generation over calculation, third generation creation. That different types of combinations until unless I get the best potion. దాన్ని జెటిగా అర్థం how this evolution happens like first కొన్ని ఫీచర్స్ ఉన్నాయి యానిమల్లో ఆ ఫీచర్స్ అన్ని నెక్స్ట్ జనరేషన్లో ఉన్నాయి అనుకుందాం తర్వాత ఆ ఫీచర్స్ కాకుండా కొన్ని కొత్త ఫీచర్స్ వచ్చినాయి నాట్ సో యూస్ఫుల్ కొన్ని యూస్ఫుల్ కొన్ని చేసినాయి బాగా ఫీచర్స్ పీకేసి మన వచ్చిన జనరేషన్ ఏ ఫీచర్స్ ఉన్నాయని అవే పెట్టుకుంటాం క్యారీ ఆన్ చేస్తున్నాం అలా ఇందులో కూడా యూ ట్రై టు make up many combinations and find the best possible answer. Okay, too much math, too many concepts. This is the last one. This is the last one. Well, I have a magical mirror, not at my home. Only. What a magical mirror does is, I got a random bird outside. I got its photo. I want to research about it, but I don't even know what it is. Like it's a bird or a griffin or a hippogriff. I don't know anything. People are more efficient animals which can fly. Hippogriff ఒకటి griffin ఒకటి రెండు సింగల్ ఉంటాయి. నాలుగు డిఫరెన్సెస్. So in the same way, చాలా ఆప్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. I don't know which organ bird is. So what I do, I take it, I put it in front of the mirror. It tells me, bro, that's a phoenix. And next day, I went outside. I got some random worm. I don't know if it's a earthworm or boardworm, I don't know. I just took it, kept it in front of the mirror the next day. It's saying it's a snake. I thought it was a worm. Well, in mirror concept ఇక్కడ చూసినట్టుగా చూడలేదా? పొగిడేస్. ఓకే, పొగిడేస్ కరెక్టే. ఈ రోజు చూసిరా మరి బయటకు వెళ్ళకుండా ఈరోజు చూసిరా చూసారా లేదా? లైక్ did you see this concept? You saw it, Google Teachable Machine. We take a model with birds and with snakes. Did we? Let's go back to Google Teachable Machine. Last second. Okay. Now do you remember? We took an image project. We gave birds. We got it's a bird or a snake. Same thing. Same magical mirror. But we don't know how it's working, right? We don't know it's working. Magical mirror and we need to know the technical concept behind it, right? So I'll show you how it works. This is the last concept of today's session, and it's pretty important to both machine learning and deep learning, computer vision, NLP, and every concept. Even our ChatGPT basics, which is neural networks. Okay, can you see this problem type over here? Classification and regression. Do you remember what classification and regression is? Now, what's linear regression? What's it used for again? For prediction. Exactly. Right. Then, give me one algorithm of classification. Classification, not classification. I told you one algorithm. I will use those boys as example. IT and DC. K nearest neighbors. Good. Instead of using those K nearest neighbors or this, what do you say, linear regression, we can use this neural networks. Yeah. So we are displaying our data from a long time, right? We have many types of data over here. You can see them in different types, right? Now this is our data. There are two classes. We want to classify it, but we don't have any boundary to separate one class from the next class because the background is white, right? What this neural network does is, we'll start training it. You'll see what it does. You saw what happened, right? Or should I, what do you say, lower this thing? I'll make it very slow. Observe. Okay, too slow, I guess. How about this? Okay, still slow. This is too fast. You saw, right, what happened? It created a boundary between these two classes. What if our data doesn't have two classes, but of course, okay, two classes, but they are not that easily separable. Something like this. We can't separate it with a single line, right? Can we? Yes or no? We can separate it with a single line. Yes or no? Complete confidence. Here is the wrong answer. If not, I'll pick some. Now from the first verse, can we separate that data with a single line? No. Okay. One of you said no. What about the rest of you? What do you think? Yes or no? Right. Okay. Right. What about you? Yes or no? Can we or can we not? 9. Not a curve. So, in this case, we might have to upgrade our equation. In case of, if it's a prediction, we might have used linear equation and tried some other equations, right? In neural networks, you don't have to worry about such things. I changed my data. I did not change any configuration of my neural network. Still, I trained it. It will take a bit of time. Let me speed it up. You can see the boundary that is forming, right? So that's what neural network is widely used for. It can learn from the data. You don't have to make sure that you are using the exact algorithm. It works in the most general cases. Now, this particular neural network has 3 layers. First one is the input layer. We have only 2 inputs, so we are giving these two. And how many classes are there in this graph? Like this graph? A graph of classes. Huh? Yeah. So how many classes are there in that particular graph?
2 classes.
Yes, 2 classes. Why? Okay. So we have a particular set of data which belongs to orange class, and another particular set of data which belongs to blue class. 2 classes. So our output layer has 2 classes. What if we have 3 classes? How many nodes will our output layer have? 3 classes ఉన్నాయి output layer లో ఎన్ని nodes ఉంటాయి? How many? 2 classes ఉన్నప్పుడు 2 nodes ఉంటాయి. 3 classes ఉన్నప్పుడు 3 nodes ఉంటాయి. ఇది అని చెప్పి సో input variables 2 ఉన్నాయి, అవుట్పుట్ క్లాసెస్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి 2 వచ్చింది. In the middle, hidden layers మనం మార్చొచ్చు. We can increase it or decrease it. Now I added a new layer. It's taking more time, giving still a better answer. These neural networks have different combinations of architectures. Like how many nodes we have to give in the middle, it's our choice. Input layers, any inputs ఉంటాయి అన్ని ఇవ్వాలి. Input layer nodes. Output layers, ఎన్ని క్లాసెస్ ఉంటాయి అన్ని ఇవ్వాలి. బట్ మధ్యలో మన ఇష్టం అన్నమాట. మధ్యలో ఎన్ని ఇస్తే ఎలా డిఫర్ అవుతుంది, ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది చెక్ చేసుకోవడం కోసం వెబ్సైట్ దట్స్ వాట్ neural networks does. Neural networks కోసం అదే స్థాయిలో మీకు కింద ఒక లింక్ పెట్టాను, దాంట్లో బ్లాగ్ పోస్ట్ ఉంటాయి. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ టు లర్న్, యు కెన్ గో త్రూ దట్. With this, we completed supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, genetic algorithms, and neural networks. That's it. Okay, a minute. Yeah, the link is here to know more about neural networks. Well, we got to the basics of ML. What should we do now? Do you want to learn more ML? How to teach right now? You won't be so afraid. Do you want to not? Yes or no? Okay, I'm ready for First, model from behind. Yes. Uh, in the hub report which I provided, there will be a particular review file, there will be resources. If you want to learn with mathematical concepts, you can go to probability and these topics. By blog post and just ML కావాలంటే ML టాపిక్స్ ఉంటాయి కోడ్ లేదు నాకు డీప్ లెర్నింగ్ నేర్చుకోవాలి ఫ్రేమ్ వర్క్స్ కావాలంటే దానికి అటాచ్మెంట్ పెట్టాను. If you want to learn about the comparison or anything or anything, you can go through that. What you will listen to. With that, I conclude my session. If anyone of you have any doubts, you can ask any doubts about machine learning or anything else. Doesn't really matter. ఇప్పటివరకు చెప్పిన కంటెంట్లో ఏదైనా వేరేదైనా పర్లేదు. I'll give you 5 minutes to think, I guess. And కావాలంటే ఇక్కడ ఓపెన్ చేసి పీడిఎఫ్ ఉంటుంది, ఒకసారి చూసుకోండి, మళ్ళీ వచ్చి చెప్పండి. ఒక 5 minutes. Sorry, I forgot. Before you guys start thinking what you should do next for ML, our characters here have a small suggestion. You have to read different articles or different papers or even books, anything else. You have to understand them with the help of videos or anything. Try out. There's a particular platform known as Kaggle. I think I have already provided the link in my GitHub repo. Give me a minute. Yeah, I have provided this link. In this, you will have these resources right over here. And wait, there should be one known as short community courses. This short community courses is Kaggle. Here you can learn Python, Intro to Machine Learning, Pandas, Deep Learning, Computer Vision, Geospatial Analysis, and many other things. They'll be not so big. They'll be around 1 or 2 hours. And there are also other topics if you want to check out. Other links are provided here, and I'll show you the feedback form. Okay, give me a minute. Form this right? QR code. QR code. Huh? Okay. You can scan this link and provide the feedback. And I think you already know, depending on the feedback, your attendance will be marked. Actually. And do give the feedback so that I can give better sessions. Doubts, very doubts to presentation. 30 minutes ముందే నేను చేసి Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. This is for Harry Potter fans, especially. You have to read, understand, experiment, and share those results with others so that they can learn. You should always do it. And yes. Yep. That's a required form.
Hi everyone, so we have an important announcement. So, you've all been attending sessions, you've all been giving your feedback. So, thank you so much for doing that. In case you missed it, there's a point system that we have created for this entire week, okay? So, for every feedback that you submit, you will be awarded 1 point. For every social media post that you make using the hashtag LHWSNIC24, you will be awarded 2 points. For every blog that you write during this entire week, you will be awarded 3 points. And for any project that you build during this week, you will be awarded 5 points. Okay? So, all the links to submit your social media screenshot and your blog post link and your project link, they're all in this exact same form. So these points will be counted throughout the entire week, and the person with the highest cumulative points after 11th stands the chance to win something exciting. Also, there's a panel discussion on the 4th. We hope to see you there. And there's some exciting events on 3rd as well. So I highly recommend that you check out our website to know more. Thank you so much.
Website, okay.
Yeah, everyone just make sure that you are shutting down your systems before you leave. Okay?
Uma, ఆన్లైన్ సెషన్స్ అంతా ఇక్కడ అవుతాడని చెప్పు. హ్యాకర్బాడ్స్ యూట్యూబ్లోని ఆన్లైన్ సెషన్స్ అవుతుంది.
If you want to watch the online streams, you can also watch it on our YouTube channel. All the links that you require are on our website localhackney.co.
నాకేం తెలుసు పక్క గ్రూప్ లో పెడతాము.
అదే వాళ్ళు అడుగుతున్నారు
గ్రూప్ లో పెడతాము నైట్ కల్లా అని చెప్పి.
నేను పీడిఎఫ్ పంపిస్తా, సింపుల్ గిటబ్ లింక్ కూడా పంపిస్తాను. లిస్ట్ ఉందా రిసోర్సెస్? నేను లంచ్ టైం చేసినది. చెప్పు, పంపిస్తా గ్రూప్లో పీడిఎఫ్ పెట్టేస్తాను. అప్డేట్ ఏంటి? పంపిస్తా, కాదు అప్డేట్ చేస్తాను.